Good morning, everybody. This morning I'm going to make a very quick cinnamon roll mug cake. It only takes literally a few minutes. These are the ingredients I'm going to be using. I'm going to be using a brown sugar alternative. You can also just use a regular sugar substitute, a swerve, anything like that, erythritol. I'm going to be using about 3 tablespoons of almond flour, just a splash of heavy cream, cinnamon, butter, cream cheese, baking powder, olive oil just to spray my mug that I'm using, a little vanilla extract, and an egg. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take 2 tablespoons of butter, go ahead and melt it down in my mug so that I can get started adding the drier ingredients before I mix it all in the mug to heat that for 90 seconds. So let me do that first and then I'll show you what we do next. Okay, so all we did here is we put 3 tablespoons of our almond flour, 1 tablespoon of our brown sugar alternative, a teaspoon of baking powder, some cinnamon to your taste, a slight splash of vanilla extract, about half of a teaspoon of heavy whipping cream, and our egg. And we're going to take all that and we're going to mix it together and we're going to put this mug in the microwave for 90 seconds. While that's happening, I'm going to go ahead and take about a tablespoon or an ounce, probably I'll take this 1.5 ounces of my cream cheese. I'm also going to mix that with about a tablespoon of brown sugar alternative. I will melt the cream cheese to make a cream cheese blend. I will also take about a tablespoon, maybe a half of a tablespoon of butter and mix that in with some cinnamon and just a slight bit of heavy cream in my cream cheese mixture, just so that I get a nice icing and a nice glaze. So let me go ahead and heat this and then I'll show you what the toppings look like. Okay, so what I have here is I have the about 1.5 ounces of cream cheese that's been melted. I have about a teaspoon of the brown sugar in here, a little splash of heavy cream, less than probably half of a teaspoon, and just a little bit of vanilla extract. So this is going to be my icing. I'm going to go ahead and mix this together. I also melted butter, 1 tablespoon of butter with a half teaspoon of the brown sugar, and cinnamon to pour over top of the cinnamon roll before I ice it. Okay, so here's my mug cake after I turn it over upside down out of my coffee mug. Again, this is my butter mixture. This is a tablespoon of butter that I just cut right off the brick with some about half of a teaspoon of the brown sugar alternative and some cinnamon mixed together. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and I'm going to pour it right over the top of my cake. And that's really just to kind of give it some additional moisture, some additional flavor as we're going. Next, I'm going to take my icing that I mixed all together, place that on top of here, and then just crumble up like maybe 2 pecans and put on top. Alright, this is our end product. A nice little mug cinnamon roll for in the morning. Eat it while it's hot. Or you can also actually put this in the fridge if you like for the cream cheese icing to be a little harder, you know, like on a traditional cinnamon roll that you just kind of buy at a bakery. You can put this in the fridge and then eat it in a little while after it hardens a little bit. All I did on the top of mine was put my pecans with a small drizzle of Chalk Zero maple bacon. Visit ketosismom.net to get some discounts on some of the products that I use on my discounts page. Otherwise, I hope you guys are following me on Instagram at ketosismom. You can also find me on Facebook. And, of course, you can always follow this YouTube for easy, simple recipes. I hope you guys are enjoying. Bye.